Hello, welcome to the third installment of what's it called? Unread Archives or something? Ugh. To be careful with my laptop. We are going to, you see me even? We are going to spin the wheel once again. Once I, connect to the internet. Once I do that, we will spin the wheel once more to see what we are going to be reading next. So, if you haven't seen the previous episode, I spun the wheel the first time and I got eye check, which I have an e-arc of, which means that there is no audiobook. At the library, while I was at work, I decided to spin again because I wanted an audiobook to listen to while I was dusting the shelves. So I got Dawn of the Firebird. In the end, I was trying to read them like one after the other, and then that didn't work because I ended up just finishing Dawn of the Firebird and sort of neglecting Aicha. But that's not entirely the book's fault. I don't want to be mean, it isn't entirely the book's fault, because let me just see, what are we looking at? Okay, it's not entirely the book's fault because I was just, not feeling it. Okay, can you just, oh my goodness, this is really pissing me off. When did I send this? Hold on a second. Hotspot. Okay. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's not entirely the book's fault or the author's fault. It's more a me thing because I was just like super excited to read Dawn of the Firebird, and also there's like the added factor that it's already published and there's an audiobook and stuff, and I was just like really into Dawn. And again, if you haven't watched the previous video, please go and do so because I explained my choice to pause on Aicha at the end. When did I send this? I'm going to remove Aicha because I'm not fully DNFing it. I'm not even counting it as a soft DNF, but oh boy, that did not go through. That did not go through the way it was supposed to go through. And I have so many more. I have way more books than this.
Please exit the doors. Next stop will be New Market.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I didn't actually shared it. Maybe I used another email. Did I use another email? Might have. This is really pissing me off. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Okay, I have to like rewrite all the names, so I'm gonna do that and I will be back in a moment.
Have you got a bike? Have you got the bike? Oh, really? Last time I talked to him, he said, I'll got a phone.
Okay, we're back in business. Here is the wheel. Okay, that will be the easiest read of my entire life. So we're actually going to spin for another one because that one will be a really fast read. I know that for sure. So we're spinning another one. Slave. Okay. So we've got Lightfall 2 and The River. She became very exciting. I do have to write my NetGalley review for Dawn of the Firebird, so I will get to that, and I will see you when I see you. Hello. I have, some updates. I have I don't want to say completely stopped, but I've just been reading other things besides what I'm supposed to be reading, which no true words have been spoken. That's just the way it is. Let me tell you how far I am into my audiobook. No, tell you how far I am into the other arc that I'm reading, which I'm not even supposed to be. Like, it's so good, and I'm so intrigued by it. Well, okay, no, it's not. It's not bad. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not like mind-blowing either. It's just such an interesting premise. Will this, please tell me, is going to sync? Okay, so I have been listening to audiobooks while I'm at the library, especially if I have to go to the stacks for like an hour, whether it's to shelf read or to dust or to put away books or to do the pick list, right? So my newest audiobook has been A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher, and I am now 23% through, and this is solely audiobook. I have not gotten it on my Kindle. I have to hold myself back from getting it on my Kindle because I really want to like have a book that I listen to solely on audio, because I believe there's only one other book that I've listened to solely on audio this year, and that has been The Wolf Girl, The Greek and the Gods. And like I really enjoyed that one, and I enjoy audiobooks, but I really have to like slow down, because no matter how fast I put the audio, my eyeball reading speed is faster. So that is the problem. If I put it on double speed, my eyeball reading speed is going to be faster, because my eyeball reading speed doesn't even equal 2 times speed anymore. And also, if I put it on too fast, like I'm not gonna enjoy my reading experience, if that makes sense, right? Which probably does make sense, because a lot of people do not put their audiobooks on a faster speed because it doesn't, like, the voice sounds different. Sorry, I'm just like a little sniffly today. I'm not sick or anything. I did start my period, which is fun. So yeah, so I've been reading A Sorcerer Comes to Call. I have no notes exactly. I'm enjoying the audiobook quite greatly. I like listening to it once in a while. As I said, at the library when I'm in the stacks. I like to listen to it on the way to work, on the way from work, on the way to the other job, you know, sort of like in between moments where I just sometimes don't have anything playing in my ear. Like I will just have straight up just earbuds in my ear, not playing anything, just to block out the world, because the world is loud and sometimes I just want it to be muted a little bit. What that says about me, I do not know. Do not go psychoanalyzing me in the comments, please. Anyways, I'm enjoying it, and I really like the narrators. There are 2 female narrators. There's 2 women narrators, and I like how distinct their voices are, because I can tell whose chapter they're reading, because there's sort of 2 POVs. We have Cordelia, right, the daughter of not the titular, I guess, sorceress, but the daughter of a sorceress named Evangeline, and she is a sorceress. And then we have Hester, the sister of the squire that Evangeline wants to marry. This is not a spoiler. This is in the synopsis. But anyways, so there's that. And I like how their voices are very, very distinct and everything. And yeah, really enjoying it. I'm on chapter 10, so it's been going good. I have no idea how many chapters there are, to be honest. I don't want to know. It's only like a 10-hour audiobook, which is why I'm slowly getting through it, which is, to be honest, great. Like I don't really mind taking it a bit slower. On the other hand, though, my Kindle book that I've been reading, I got an ARC. I got approved for it somehow. I guess it was you hit like that you're interested, and it's almost like a read now kind of situation, I guess. I don't know, because I was like instantly approved for it, like 2 seconds, not even 2 seconds later. Like I was interested, and then I was like approved for it. Yep. Okay. Oh, also I started The Hound of the Baskervilles. So the Sherlock Holmes story, which I then fell asleep, and I don't know where my Kindle clicker is, but whatever. Let me tell you, I am 31% through Operation Trojan War by Justin I. Paquette. Okay, this is a really interesting one. This is written in a similar style to Sleeping Giants. Okay, and Sleeping Giants is written in an interview format in a way. And so this one is written in a similar interview format. And it's a retelling of essentially the Iliad, the Trojan War, but more modern. And instead of it being like Achaeans versus Trojans and soldiers and all that stuff, they're like modern soldiers. So like spies and intelligence officers and specialists and all of that, and tacticians and everything. So this one's really interesting because the way that it's the interview is, how do I explain this without totally geeking out about it? It's really interesting. Okay, the main interviewer is, his code name is Homer, and the person that he's interviewing, her code name is Muse. And in the beginning of the Iliad and the Odyssey, I'm so geeking out about this. In the beginning of the Iliad and the Odyssey, we have an invocation to the muse where Homer, the supposed writer of the Iliad, he is the person that we equate the writing of the Iliad and the Odyssey to, the composition of the Iliad and the Odyssey to. He says, tell me, muse, the story, or he gives an invocation to the muse. So he's like, muse, tell me the story of Achilles' rage. Tell me the story of Odysseus' trek back home, right? And this is really interesting because like Homer is interviewing the muse, so the muse is telling the story, but it's set in such an interesting format. Like it's so genuinely so creative. It's not mind blowing or anything, okay? It's not mind blowing. It's interesting. It's such a unique take on this whole invocation of the muse. And then there's references to like hoplites and Trojans and there's something else, Aegean, I think it was, or something like that. And it's so interesting. Again, nothing particularly special, but just a really interesting take of the Iliad in a modern setting. And I think that this would appeal to a lot of people in a way they wouldn't expect properly. I'm not gonna lie, I do not understand fully the whole way that the muse character explains the contracting and all that stuff and what the conflict is, so to speak, but it's just, I don't know, it's really interesting. It's really interesting, and everyone has like the code names and everything, and there's like Tartarus is like the sort of interrogation place, and it's fantastic. It's really great. Like I keep wanting to say it's nothing special, but it's just a really interesting story. It's a really interesting way to take the Iliad that has been written and rewritten and translated and analyzed and talked about for thousands of years and just put it in such an interesting modern frame. That, I think that's the word I was looking for. It is an interesting framing of the story, which is what fascinates me the most about it. I'm only 31% through. It reads pretty quickly, and it's interesting because I'm curious to see as to how he's going to frame sort of the whole Trojan War thing, because the problem is that a lot of people think that it's all Helen's fault, when we both know that it isn't Helen's fault. You better not be saying it's Helen's fault, okay? I'll better not be saying it's Helen's fault, but I'm just interested as to how the author will frame it, because right now they're trying to figure out. So there was sort of like a hit called on Helen, right? Helen Argos, and I'm just interested. Is there going to be a relationship between Helen and her husband? You know. Like, is Menelaus going to marry Helen? Like, or are they secretly married? And how will that tie into Paris taking her, or like her leaving for Paris? You know, like I'm interested as to how that's going to be framed. And my rating might very much depend on that. Because if he frames it in the sense that it was all Helen's fault, yeah, okay, that's my update, so to speak. Would you guys like to see the few things that I've gotten over the past few days? I got this Kindle, like e-reader sleeve or whatever, and it says, I read past my bedtime. Show it to you. See, I read past my bedtime. It's very cute. It looks kind of cheesy, but it's good because then it protects my Kindle. Although I have a case on it, but I just don't want it to, because I throw it around, so I want it to protect it. I also got this organizer thing from Muji. It's a very dangerous thing to have Muji in the same mall that I work at. And then it opens up like this, and I got a few like pencils, like I got sticky notes and stuff like that. The notebook that's in here I already had from a while back. And then I got this Look Term journal. I really like the wine red color, which is so funny because that's how the sea was often described. Let me pin this. This is really bothering me. I do not want to hold this anymore. There we go. Okay, so I've been like slowly making this like a reading journal. I don't have anything on the front page, but I did get like 4 sticker books, so I just put a couple of stickers on there and stuff. And there's like a spacing guide. I'm not particularly good at the spacing guides. We have a 2026 overview. Again, this is like a really chill journal. I do have a bingo board for the fiction and classics book club picks, which is fun. This video will probably come out after that. So at this point, when you're seeing this, it is probably already like 2026. I have a, good lord, best book bracket, which was painstakingly difficult to make because of the amount of dots going down. Anyways, I have a series tracker, which is fun. That was also a pain in the butt to do because I have 4 mangas on here and each of them have over 10 volumes. So I had to keep drawing those damn squares. This is my book haul tracker. So I might just keep this like for quarterly. So this might be just like quarter 1, and then the next one will be quarter 2. And then this is my author tracker. This is my Jules Verne tracker, his Voyage Extraordinaire tracker, and then it's just blank. I haven't really continued because I've just been working my butt off. And then I got this really cute sort of pencil pouch thing. Initially, I wanted to buy it for this, but it didn't fit, but it has another use. It holds my sticker books. And it's just these absolutely adorable stickers. Look at that. So cute. This is the cottagecore one. I bought 4 sticker books, by the way. I don't have the other 2 with me because they're big ones. This is the Celestial Wonders. It's just so cute. Look at that. I have used a couple already. Very cute. It is very cute. I don't know what that is. What is that? This sticky film. I'm concerned. Concerned? I can't even close it because it sticks out, but whatever. But yeah, so that is my little haul for the time being. And that is it for this update. I just said like 2 minutes ago, but peace out. I will see you in the next update. Hopefully, once I've read The River She Became, a little bit of it at least. I come to you tired but showered, and I'm gonna twist you like this so you don't see the pile of laundry that I'm very ashamed of. I just not had the energy to bring it all downstairs and then throw it in the laundry and then all that stuff. But I have finished The River She Became. I know I didn't give many updates. That's because it was sort of like in the middle of like 2 other books, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a week. It's been a hell of a just time. Let me show you. My reading has been so sporadic in a way you would not expect at all from me. I end up like almost not reading for a couple of days, and then I just go crazy. Like it's weird, and it's the end of the year, so it's like an even weirder state of mind that I'm in. But I will let you know the gist of it all. So I have finished. What did I finish? I finished The River She Became. That's what I finished. The River She Became. The problem with ARCs is that I do not have a page number, so it's really difficult to like update because you're looking at like the page number. You're looking for the page number, but there is no page number, which is really annoying. When you really think about it, it is incredibly annoying. Why is it not? Why is it weird? There we go. Done. Date finished. What is today? No, it was yesterday because I finished it technically yesterday. It's like 12 o'clock in the morning. December 27th, 2025. Okay, rating is 5 out of 5 stars. 5 stars. Not surprised because I don't know, you become friends with certain authors on like Instagram or whatever, and you might not always read their books right away, but when you do, it's just the vibe that they give off. They really care about their craft, especially if they're like a woman of color. Like, it's just a whole other level of really caring about your craft, because women of color do not have the ability to not really care about their craft. They don't have the ability to write at the same level, so to speak. And by that, I mean a lower level than what they give out, as like Colleen Hoover, for example, or Frida McFadden, or like, you know, those white women authors that have a bajillion fans, but their books are not good. Like, if you look at it from a purely writing standpoint, a purely technical standpoint, their books are not good. Granted, I'm gonna say right now, I haven't read the books, but you know, yeah, so there's that. So I finished The River She Became. I finished Lightfall literally the day after I started this vlog. It's not as long as my other vlogs because I didn't actually update you. What I've been doing is I've been reading like other stuff in between. And today for some reason I just got hooked into, no, it was yesterday that I got really hooked because I was on the way home with my brother and his girlfriend, and I just started reading the book. Like, I continued reading the book, and then it just completely devoured it today. So I am reading The Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Fisher via the audiobook. I still have quite a bit left, but I'm taking it really slow, although I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to see when it's actually due, because I think it's due soon, if not already. It is a bummer because I don't want to lose my spot. Where is it? Manage loan. Renew loan. Please. Yes. Okay. It's renewed until January 11th. Please. Manage loan. Renew loan. Anyone really gonna ask for Sherlock Holmes at this point? Manage loan. No, there's a wait list. Darn. Hold. Okay. Yeah, so that is it for, I guess, this video. So we're gonna delete Lightfall, and we're going to delete Lightfall 2, and we're gonna delete The River She Became. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so that is it for this video. I really enjoyed The River She Became. I know I didn't really give much of a synopsis, so to speak, but The River She Became is about our main girl Yasima. It's a dual POV. We have Yasima, our main girl, who's human. We have Kian is a fae being. They are on opposite ends of this. There's a wall between the human world and the fae world, and apparently, and in the human world where Yasima is, they're incredibly poor because there are fae artifacts hidden like in the ground in certain places, and those fae artifacts give the surrounding area life. They help grow the crops, they help with the livestock, they help with the water, they help these people survive. But the Empress of said land, Astola, I believe it's called, sends people, the Citadel, so to speak, sends workers of the Citadel to take these artifacts back to her, which in turn bleeds the land dry, essentially, and causes famines and droughts, and it's all around a really bad time. Everyone's sick, everyone's just dying. It's awful. And the Citadel has such a grip on the people and everything, and Yasima actually works for the Citadel as a way to figure out how she can help her people, right? So sort of she didn't do the infiltrating, she's already infiltrated the place, right? So she's already there, which I do appreciate, because as much as I love good infiltration story, it's interesting when you're sort of thrown into it and the person has already infiltrated the place that is the, so to speak, bad guy. Sorry, there we go. My skin is like, I don't think you can see it, but it's like it feels so dry, and I think it's winter air, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so bad, but it's so bad. It's so dry. It drives me up the wall. Anyways, with that being said, so Yasima, with the help of her mother's journal, so Yasima's mom crossed the river ages ago and left Yasima behind, and the reason why she crossed the river to the Fae side is because she wanted to find the specific crown in order to bring down said wall, and the specific crown is specific crown of a queen, a lot of right, and Yeah, so Yusima is a rebel in her sort of own world, and Kian is actually a rebel in sort of the Fey realm. So we have the River Court and we have the Salt Court. The Salt Court took over the River Court, and essentially the members of the royal family were like stuck in a mountain as they were like trying to escape. They triggered like a failsafe, so they got stuck in the mountain. Anyways, it's a whole thing, but basically Yasima manages to cross the river with help of the same queen that has the crown, the queen's bracelet. I believe it was like a bracelet type thing. And then Yusima meets Kian, and they sort of have this tension, have this romance. Yusima also has magic. Do we know exactly why she has or how she has magic? No. Do I think that there's some Fae involvement? Yes. Do I know what this Fae involvement is? No. Because the main character doesn't either. So there's that. Anyways, I hope that explained the premise of the story, I guess. That is it for this video. I know it wasn't a particularly long vlog, but I will try to do better. And